Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Let's Talk World with Maria Pereza. And this is, if you notice, I came out live today earlier than usual, which is 7 o'clock. It's because I have two different time slots now every Wednesday. We have the 3 o'clock and the 7 o'clock. But unfortunately, we have to push it to right now, what is 5 o'clock. So I apologize about that, but thank you so much for those who tune in to all our show. Musician Loves Honey yesterday just hit over 6,000 viewers. Thank you so much to all who are viewing us out there. And let me actually go to my account here so I know who's viewing me right now. I wish I can have that views too. 7,000. Kevon, what did you do? Shout out to my co-host Kevon Tyree. His music is at kevontyree.com. And before I go further, I just wanna actually promote and uh, acknowledge the dress that I am using right now. As you can see, it's beautiful. Thank you so much to our stylish designer, Miss Bettina Steinhauer at B Bettina. It's her style. She is now committed to dress me up every week on Musician Love Honey and on Let's Talk World. If you see this one, this is a beautiful dress. It comes with different sizes. So if you guys want to order some, just message us at socialmediashows.com or at social media shows page. It's beautiful. If you guys want to wear the same clothing, I have it up on the screen right now. That's how it looks like on the screen. And for a reason, I don't see any. I'm not, I am really bad when I don't see any viewers because I was so used to with 7,000 viewers yesterday. And when I don't see much, I panic. When I have more viewers and claps, actually, yes, I perform well. But what we are talking about today, we're talking about B Bettina. Her show just started this week, which is last Monday, and she does a lot of fashion designing, her love for food, love for artists, and everything. So watch her every 6 o'clock p.m. on Mondays, except next week. It's holiday season, and we need some rest. We need some recharging moment, which is my team is doing right now. Let me see. And also, Musician Loves Honey, thank you so much for Juvix, and Timothy Brown. These two musicians actually are totally opposite. Juvix is a country singer, and Timothy Dark is a rapper. And we put them together on the show yesterday, and you know what? They have a blast. Juke Juvix is actually playing his guitar and singing it Mississippi song where they just made it out on the show, and then they collaborated and they start singing together while Dark was rapping, and the song, it's beautiful. Go and see that show, Musician Loves Honey, yesterday. It's beautiful. But anyways, it's beautiful, but of course my beautiful dress, thank you to Bettina or B Bettina. Watch her every Monday. Well, as you can see, my background is about Christmas. It's Christmas time, it's holiday time, and normally this time I love seeing snow because I came from Minnesota, and we don't have snow here in Vegas, unfortunately. Oh, we do at Mount Charleston. But anyways, thank you also to those people who viewed Saved by Grace earlier. I'm sorry about that. And anyways, well, this week, what other things went on? We have different shows. We have different things going on inside of social media shows. But also, there's a lot of things going on outside social media shows, which is this week, we are so I am, although I'm not a beauty enthusiast, I still love beauty contests. And with all the beauty contests that I watch throughout the years, I always I don't kind of like cheering for my country contestant like Philippines. I don't normally do that. What I do is I am the kind of person that go after the show and see if this winner deserve it or not. So every time there's a winner from the Philippines, I see, okay, is she deserving? Is she not? Then I make my own decision, but I don't put it out there. But this time, I'm gonna talk about it because I watched. Thank you to JC Crisologo, by the way. Get well soon, honey. We need you back here, all right? We supposedly have a gig tomorrow, but then you're sick, so your health is, more important than anything else. So get well soon. I'll see you on our Christmas party next week. But anyways, so JC sent me this video of the Miss Universe, and I I said, you know what, you don't have, in the back of my mind, I said, you don't have to send me that video. I don't want to see it. But you know what, out of curiosity, I went and click it, and you know what? Yes, she deserved it. She is beautiful. She's awesome. She knocked that interview from who's that? Who's that host on the Miss Universe? The Okay, but anyways, yes, so she knocked it down, all interview, all questions. She's just totally, she built that confidence and just talk on she's talking to a friend kind of thing, and you can see the intellectuality out of her. And here you go, I want to show you guys a quick clip. I don't know how many minutes is this because I don't want to get stopped by Facebook, but this is what it went down. Off now. I'm gonna go back to me, my face, because I'm beautiful too, right? But anyway, she's amazing. But Mary Jane Yanas, thank you so much for tuning in. Yes, Miss Catriona Gray, she's fabulous. I don't know where is the beauty pageant actually been where did they actually did the contest. But anyways, I didn't watch the whole thing. I am so busy woman, and I don't even have time to actually go on my TV, honestly. My team knows that. Anyways, I think that's what I want to talk about is what, like, our topic yesterday at Musician Love Sunny is about self-worth. uh, my actually take in for self-worth is being confident all the time. If you actually wearing that crown, I'm not talking about the crown that Catriona Gray has. I'm talking about that crown, who you are. That is your best crown, is who you are. No matter what, let me say this, the first thing to build your confidence is to stop comparing yourself to others. Because you know what, once you start comparing yourself to others, that's actually bring your self-esteem down. So if you stop comparing yourself to others, stop looking what others has, because you know what, God gave us something in our body, in our looks. you know he made us for a reason to be. Let me put it this way, we are different. And every level, every person has different characteristic traits and everything. There's nobody such things as they are the same. Even our fingerprint are different, right? So exactly. Yeah, so God gave you who you are. No matter if no matter if your eyebrows is bigger than the other, or you don't have an extra hand. No matter what, no matter how you look, you are fabulous. You look beautiful. You look amazing. Don't compare to your others, why the other other person has a double, double arms, why the other person has double, they have 2 feet, why the other person can grow their hair long, or why is the other person's face fashion, what do you call face size, or what do you call it now, face, their face is totally different. It doesn't matter, darling, okay? You are still beautiful. So walk it with confidence, because you know what, no matter what, you're still beautiful. God made you, meaning you are beautiful. So that's the self-confidence. Stop comparing yourself. Don't compare anything, what they have, what you don't have. Shut that fuck up. You don't need that, because that's bringing yourself down. You don't want to bring yourself down. Just actually be happy of what you have, and be confident on your own skin. I think that's what Kevon Tyre is saying on his naked talk. But anyways, I don't want to keep on talking in front of the camera. All right. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna go and pay the bills. Well, I'm not gonna pay the bills, but me and my team actually prepare something for Christmas. I know you guys already seen that on our page. It's our Christmas greetings together. But on our next segment, we're gonna have 20-minute segment on the second segment with our beautiful, my sister. I just found my sister at Rock and Rollers, by the way. She's gonna be here on the second segment. So take this away. Hello everyone. Welcome to Social Media. This is Maria, founder of Social Media Shows.
Hello everyone, I'm Joseph Skoda. I'm with Indie
Social Media Shows
is about
branding, opportunity,
and outreach.
We are an entertainment company that empowers others
by promoting and supporting our community and everyone who reaches our content.
Here on Social Media Shows,
Here we're a family.
We are family. We are family. I got all my sisters with me. We are family. Get up, everybody, sing. We are family.
We are family.
We are family. We are family.
We are family.
We are family, and we want you to be part of our Social Media Shows family. Alrighty, welcome back to Let's Talk World with Maria, and I have here with me Miss Diana Hamilton of Caffeine Radio.
That's right, caffeineradio.com.
So where is the Caffeine Radio?
It's an internet radio station.
Mm-hmm.
And we got soaked into it. Well, actually, I got pulled into it about 8 years ago.
8 years ago.
Yeah.
Is this your passion kind of thing? Like,
Actually, it really wasn't at first, but then I really got into it and I
Mhm.
started having so much fun with it.
it's fun, isn't
It is.
Yeah.
It is. It's great being able to take people away from all the drama that goes on out there in the world and in their day, just for that little 2 hours of playing old school rock and country and blues and jazz, and maybe throwing in some of Kayvon's R&B here coming up pretty soon. Yeah, Kayvon, I need those MP3s, baby.
Yes, Kavan. But anyways, yes. So this is Miss Diana Hamilton. I called her sister now, so she's my sister. But anyways, I would like you to go ahead and introduce yourself and let our viewers know who you are, where you're from, what you do. Go ahead.
Well, of course, everybody knows me as Dangerous Di on the caffeineradio.com, or they know me around the Counts Vamped or the Dive Bar as just Diane or Di.
Die.
I've been here 21 years, moved around the country a lot growing up because my dad would change jobs. So we've lived in Pennsylvania, we've lived in New Jersey, we've lived in Colorado, California about a dozen times. Here, places when I was little, I don't really remember. I think we were in Florida at one point, in West Virginia.
Wow.
So I get to be around a lot. Half Moon Bay was my favorite place to live until here. So I really miss Half Moon Bay, California. And of course, with the storm surges last week,
Yeah.
they canceled the Titans and Mavericks. The organizers canceled it.
Yeah, you were talking about that.
I was so brokenhearted because, you know, honestly, when that first came out, you know, I mean, Jeff Clark ran the whole thing. Jeff organized it, and there was no way he was gonna. And it was up to the surfers. If you wanted to go out there and hit the waves, hit them. If you didn't, you didn't have to. But now with organizers and everything else, it was just like everybody was bummed because we were looking at 6-story waves. Waves that were high as 6 stories, so, you know, like 60 plus feet. Those would have been amazing.
Oh, really?
Well, my youngest brother used to surf those waves.
Oh my God.
Back in the
So
90s.
let me ask that about the waves, because I kind of disagree when you posted that on Facebook, honestly.
Yeah.
So if something happened to the surfer, do the organizer responsible of anything happen to the
I
surfer?
believe they are, because now it's a paid organizer that's coming through. So it's not Jeff Clark and the guys, and you're not taking it at your own risk. And those waves are dangerous. I mean, I've even seen videos of Jeff Clark, and actually, I was on the cliff, I believe, that day where Jeff's leash got caught up on Mushroom Rock, and he was trapped there trying to get unhooked from the leash of a surfboard. My youngest brother was out there the day that the Hawaiians landed, and Mark Fu passed away. He was one of the greatest surfers in history. There was nothing he couldn't take on. And it was just a freak accident that cost him his life out at Mavericks.
That's probably the reason why they canceled it, because they are responsible.
Well, yeah, maybe not, but this was like years ago. This was back in the early 90s. My daughter was only like 2 or 3 years old when this happened. So it was like...
it could happen again.
Well, it could. I mean, it happens anywhere.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, I mean, I've seen video of my youngest brother and my cousin Michael, you know, in a helicopter with their surfboards jumping down into Jaws in Hawaii. Literally jumping from the helicopter to, you know, get there. I've seen, you know, some great videos. If you really want great videos of Mavericks and all the surf classics and all the great tournaments, go to powerlines.com. It's run by Eric Nelson in Montero, California. Eric's an old friend of the family's. We just love him to death. I do love him. Jeff Clark, if you get down there, you know, Jeff Clark owns the Mavericks Surf Shop. That's right down in Pillar Point Harbor. So it's like a lot of fun to go there and get little souvenirs, and you can actually get them online too. So you can mavericks.com or mavsurfer.com, and you can actually buy what you want from Mavericks. Once I get things out of storage, Maria will see me wearing a lot of my Maverick ski beanies and jackets and hoodies.
Wow, yeah. And I love, by the way, your Christmas.
They're Nala ears. They're from my Nala putty cat.
Oh, that is so cute.
They love my Nala.
Yeah. Well, anyways, we are talking about you on this episode, or on this segment, and you were talking about you've been doing this radio station for 8 years.
Yeah, I've been on and off 8 years.
On and off for 8 years, and you said that that was your passion. And I also learned about you earlier, talking about you want to be on TV too, right?
Yeah, it's always part of my bucket list was to be in a walk-on part in a movie or a TV show. So yeah, this is actually kind of cool. This is like the third.
Like it?
Well, it's the third show that I've done. I did my first interview with IROX America several years ago, and it's still up on YouTube, so you can find it under, I think, REF Entertainment on YouTube or IROX America on YouTube.
Oh, nice.
This is my
Nice.
first interview with Julie Fox, so we had fun with that.
Nice. So did you have any background or like that? Do you have any family member that used to be in the radio or TV?
No,
No. Oh.
no, it was just I fell into it. We talked about this on the last show that I did with you with Musician Loves Honey.
Mm-hmm.
I actually got a phone call late one evening from a couple of friends, and you got to picture these two. They kind of look like Laurel and Hardy. One was tall and skinny, the other one was short and heavyweight. And these two idiots would carry the a whole computer system down Casino Center, across Charleston, and to the studio every night, 5 nights a week to do their show. But apparently their sound card went out, and I got this phone call. They were in a panic, and they wanted to borrow my laptops. And I said, no. What I will do for you is I will bring the laptops. If you need music, I have over 5,000 CDs. I mean, I've got music galore. I love music. So I packed all those up, took them to the studio. For the first couple of shows, I was like sitting there just like playing around on Facebook, trying to get people to tune into them. By the fourth show, I was part of the show. By the fifth show, I was the third person. So it was kind of like we had a good time with it. The numbers were great. They were killing it. I mean, these guys were awesome.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do that.
Ouch. Whatever. It's cool. As long as we don't get no feedback going, we're fine.
I know.
We don't
well,
want to blow our ears out over the speakers.
Oh no, yeah. Well, this is the good thing about my own broadcasting is totally different from you guys. We don't.
Yeah.
We don't get those.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, we don't.
We get that
those.
feedback is horrible.
Yeah, we don't
But,
get those.
So we started out, and they had messed up. There was a problem, and they did not come clean with it.
Mm-hmm.
So I come to the show one night. I think it was on a Friday, and I was told the show was canceled.
Oh.
So I packed everything
That
up and
sucks.
took it back home.
Mm-hmm.
A couple of nights later, the Mr. Black Tie, who was running the fashion radio at the time, he called me and says, "Look, why don't you come in and co-host with me Sunday night for an hour?" I said, "Okay." So I did that. We had a great time. And then he called me 2 days later and says, "You want your own show? We want to give you your own spot."
Oh, that's amazing.
So I started off with 2 hours just playing around with it, and I was so nervous and so tongue-tied. I was like, my mouth was so dry. It's like I ate peanut butter stuck to the roof of my mouth. I'm like, adda. I was fine with the other two because I was like the least person to talk.
Yeah.
But now here it is. I've got to pull the music list together. I got to do these other things. I got to prepare what I'm going to say. I don't watch the news. I don't listen to the news hardly anymore because I can't believe anything you see anymore.
Yep. Nope.
So it's like,
especially on social media. Come on.
oh yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Like
there's
we were talking.
sites.
Yeah, we were talking about that earlier. That whenever you post something on social media, or I do post something in social media, don't think that that's you.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, people take everything. I mean, I've got a meme that says basically, if you think your life's that important to me, guess what? It's not,
Yeah.
because this is not about you.
Exactly.
And and people do. They think that because you may have had an argument with somebody, or you may
Yeah.
have said something.
Mm-hmm.
The biggest one was one of my girlfriends was talking about her mother,
Mm-hmm.
and everyone in my family thought we were talking about my mother.
Yeah. That's
And still to this day insist we were talking about my mother, including my mother. So it's kind of like I'm just rolling my eyes so far in the back of my head I can see my rear end. I'm like going, you people have nothing better to do.
Yeah, exactly right. Yeah,
You
know,
know?
the thing is that Diana is I had this I before I started these social media shows, I never go to my Facebook. I never go to any social media, and I just don't want it. I'm against it. My daughter never had any Facebook.
Right.
Yeah, she just had it recently, and because I don't believe in social media, and then when I started going having a show on other station,
Yeah.
then I had to do it if I want more views.
Well,
So
between that and
that-
Twitter and Instagram
yeah,
and
so-
all of it, it's
So
a headache.
that's the start that I am going to social media because it's
Right.
part of our job now. But I don't go on my personal page. If you ever see me post anything in my personal page, it's all about motivational. And
Right.
if I say something, that I post something in there and post something, it's not about you. And
No.
let me sorry the
She's
other
beating
thing
me up.
the other thing the other thing is um I do this a lot, okay? And I really honestly didn't intend my intention of commenting on your post is because you ask for it and I'm just giving my
Yeah.
opinion. It doesn't, my opinion is not referred to me or referred to you.
Right.
It's referred in the general
the
subject. And I have one friend who got mad at me, and she really literally told me that, oh, you must have a really bad experience about this. Darling, no, it's not.
No, it's
Yeah,
just an opinion.
it's an opinion. And then I have other friends that I love, that are really close to me, where when I comment, when I say something in there, it's all about sarcasm.
Right.
I just do it for sarcasm, to have fun, and they know me already being a
Right.
sarcastic person, and they still get mad at me. So now,
Yeah.
recently, a few days ago, I promised myself never ever ever go at that home button again. It's because I am just the kind of person that outspoken.
Yeah, but a lot of people can't handle that. And that's the hard part. It's like when I do my blogs and even on my Facebook page, my personal page, I've got followers and I've got, I'm getting close to the 5,000 mark. I'm over 3,000 right now on people that want to be my friend, which is fine. I'll pretty much accept anybody unless, you start with the private messages right away. Then you're going to get links to every one of my shows, to Maria's shows, and to whoever else shows I'm supporting. So, and that's just what's going to happen.
Yeah.
I usually don't talk that much to people. And everything is there. I stand by the First Amendment of the Constitution of the United States of America. You have the right to your free speech, and I'm not gonna hide it. I'm not gonna delete it. I'm not gonna do any of that. I may not agree with it, but I will respect your opinion.
Exactly.
Because we're talking on subjects. We're not talking about you personally or
or
me personally.
Exactly. Exactly.
You know?
And you have like I had this on the first part of my Let's Talk World social media. You need to be responsible of what you put out in there. Like
Oh, yeah.
me, I don't put out things in there because you know what? I don't want the world know what about me. I don't want
Right.
them to know about me.
And there's some things, I don't mind if they know. I don't care if people know about the radio that I do. I don't care. I actually welcome that. I welcome people that are tuning into the show today and that tune into my sister shows and all the shows on social media.
Thank you.
I love it. I really appreciate you guys giving my family, my extended family here, the love and support that they work so hard for, and they so deserve.
Yes, exactly.
You
yeah.
know, and
you see, we as internet broadcaster,
personalities.
personalities. We knows the medium of what we have to talk about and what we
Right.
have to do on social media. So not like everybody else who just being nosy. By the way, Musician Loves Honey on January 8th. It's about sorry, being nosy.
You okay, honey?
Yeah, I'm okay.
Bless you.
Being nosy. Somebody just actually remember me. Being nosy. Are you being nosy or being curious? That's our next subject on Musician Love Sunny. It's gonna be a really good subject.
Yeah, it is a good subject.
Because I know a lot of people, I'm not gonna actually blast out their name on social media, but I'm gonna refer on the experience that I have with these people. They're gonna hear it or not, but that's the truth. I already told them in front of the right off their face, so
Right.
they know. But yeah, being nosy or thing, don't be nosy. Don't go in the Facebook just to actually if you go to somebody else's Facebook,
Right.
go in there with a good intention.
Yeah, Facebook was originally created for people to keep in touch, to make new friends, to network your businesses, to share recipes and creative ideas.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I use
And give content like what we
Right.
do. Yeah.
Right, exactly. And I mean, 9/11. My younger cousin Joe Fox, he was working at the World Trade Center,
Mm-hmm.
and by the grace of God, he had stayed late the night before, and he was on the subway when that first plane hit. But we could not find him. We didn't know, and I had never met Joe. I actually just met him last month at his grandfather's funeral, who was my godfather and my dad's brother. And we were really worried about him. We could not get in touch with anybody on the East Coast because all the lines were backed up.
Yeah.
Social media, social networking is what did it. I was able to contact my Uncle Jack through AOL Messenger, of all things.
Wow.
AOL. Through that messenger, I was able to get a hold of my Uncle Jack to know that they were okay in Jersey, to know that my family in Philadelphia was fine, and to know that my cousin Joe, which I knew worked at one of the towers, was not there. Joe was able to get a hold of him. He got to some friend's house in Lower Manhattan, and then he was able to get to Jersey afterwards to stay with his grandfather.
You see, you use social media in a good manner. Like what I said,
Exactly.
If you want to actually learn about this person, which is I do all the time, I do my due diligence before I add people in my Facebook.
Right.
I don't just add unless it was recommended by a friend.
Right.
Yeah,
and
but
even then, it's still a little cautious sometimes.
well, if recommended my friend, like close friend, I don't call everybody friend. Not in Facebook. Those are not my friends. Okay, those are people that I know in social media. See what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Those are
exactly.
You need to know who you call friends. I keep on telling this to everybody. You cannot just call everybody. But anyways, so as long as my close friends recommend this person and I met this person in person. Yeah, I would add that. Otherwise, I will actually do my due diligence. I'm gonna go on your profile. It's a good reason. I'm not stalking you because you know what? I don't have time to stalk people.
Right.
Like what I told Diana earlier. I said, honey, I don't have time to delete people in my Facebook.
Yeah, she barely has time to get her makeup on.
Of course, that's important, right?
I know. I watched her today. I mean.
But anyways, I would like to thank my friend Bettina Steinhauer of B Bettina. Please go on her page. We're gonna be posting the pictures of my clothes in there. You can order it on small, medium, large, or whatever sizes you have. And it's beautiful. You can actually use it.
Very sexy.
Yes, it's very sexy. And also all the accessories is by B Bettina as well. Right here, it's beautiful. Thank you. Love you. Love you. Love you. Love you. Thank you so much. And next week we're gonna have another clothing. It's similar to this.
Yeah.
Similar color and everything. So we're gonna have the same clothing. No, not next week, but on the first.
Following week, because remember we have a Christmas party and it's all Christmas week.
Yeah, but we're not live streaming next week.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, so we are coming back on the 1st of January. But anyways, so you were saying that your passion, you love being in the camera, you love being in the TV, so TV or radio, I meant.
I do. It's a lot of fun. It took time to get the courage to really talk normally and not be so nervous about it.
Yeah.
But once you get down, and
it's social media.
I know, and I still mess up. I mean, I'll start to say something, all of a sudden I'll start. Oh yeah, okay, that was a joke. You know.
Yeah. I love that.
Going,
I love the way you play around because you know what? When I started doing this, the only words that I have is we have like five of us actually as the host. We call it the view of Las Vegas.
That'd be fun.
Yeah, so I am always in the middle because the main host always loves me posing in the camera, and so she always put me in the middle, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so I remember one of the video where I was like doing this in the camera, and they're all discussing the topic. They're talking, right? We have a picture of that, and I'm just like,
she's doing the little ball.
Yeah.
The queen wave.
Yeah, exactly. And honestly, on that show, for the first 3 months, all things that I said was, I agree.
Oh, no.
That's right. No. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, that's my favorite. Oh yeah. I like that one.
Yeah,
that's
I think those are the words that I said for the first 3 months because I cannot talk.
Yeah, it was like the first couple of shows I even did with Woody and Ferris. It was like, they're like, here's the mic, and I'm like, what do I say? And Ferris is like, the mic's on. I said, yeah, I know, but what do I say? You know? And he's like, oh God. It's like, Dave's not here, dude. No Cheech and Chong today. You know?
Like what you said, you just play around when you get mistaken. Now I am so good on doing that. Like, oh my God, I forgot the word. You know, like what I did earlier. Yeah. So,
you know,
we're in social media.
Nobody's perfect.
Yeah, we are not. We are not in CNN.
Yeah,
We're
you
not.
know.
We're not in
Or even when we
ABC5.
look at shows like The View, I'm sure it's all scripted because nobody messes up.
Yeah,
It's too perfect.
Yes,
It's
exactly.
like perfection is not a good show anyway.
Yeah, no, yeah. We want to have fun. This is social media, darling, and a lot of people already doing Facebook Live. It's not
Oh,
even
yeah.
professional.
I do
And
tons of Facebook Live when I'm out.
yes, exactly. So
I even got
stop
horny
it.
Mike from County
Stop
Cars
it.
drunk one night.
Yeah,
Ooh,
stop
that's
it.
funny.
The other thing that one of my friends feedback to me is, I love holding my hair.
Oh,
Yeah, I love doing this.
I
on
used
my
to do
hair.
that when my hair was long. I used to play with it a lot.
And she was like, "Stop doing that on your hair. You have." But
You gotta be
anyways,
you. If you're
Yeah.
gonna be doing this, you have to be you.
exactly,
You have to be who you are.
exactly.
I mean, right now, like, the kids and I are all split up. So they're living in a house with his mother and her friends.
Mhm.
And I'm back at my mom's, and all of our stuff is in storage,
Oh.
including all my clothes. So all my leathers are in storage, all my hats are in
Oh,
storage.
I would love to see you on the storage. Do you ride bike?
Motorcycle or
Yeah, motorcycle,
not anymore.
but used to be.
Oh, big time. I used to ride all the time. I used to ride motorcycles, I used to ride horses. I did demolition derbies growing up.
Oh my
So I get out there and wreck cars for fun.
Yeah.
It was fun.
I like.
I tried surfing, but it did kind of freak me out a little bit because in the Half Moon Bay area, Mavericks is very common to have large waves. On a bad day, they're probably about 20 feet.
Mm-hmm.
So when you go like 4 miles north of there, little beach called Montero Beach was a little less evasive. A mile south was Surfers Beach, which was most of the time was very, very unevasive. So I would get out there. I would do more body surfing and stuff because I could never. I only
Oh,
stood up
I
on the
love
board
body
like-
surfing.
I only got to stand
That's
up maybe
beautiful.
3 times. I only stood up like 3 times on the board, but it was fun. It was an adrenaline rush. So I see where everybody gets that. It's a blast. But yeah, I've done all kinds of crazy things. That's why my body's so bent up and messed up.
Yeah,
and
we do a lot of body surfing in Hawaii.
it's
It's
fun.
It's really fun. Yeah. Shout out to Hawaii, by the way. But anyway,
Hawaii,
yeah, I know, right? So
No,
body surfing. So you
Hawaii.
do all those things.
Yeah, I've tried a little bit of everything.
Yeah, that's amazing. That's
It's
a
pretty fun.
talent right
The
there.
other thing I haven't done yet is driven NASCAR, which is probably I'm a little too old for that now. So I don't have the muscle.
Oh, I'm
behind
a
me to drive
NASCAR
car.
driver
Oh, good Lord.
on my own.
I mean, we made my brother Chuck and I make the Dukes of Hazzard look like a bunch of babies.
Aw.
We used to stunts like that were just nothing for us.
Yeah.
I mean, we were so bad that when we moved to San Francisco, when you get closer to downtown, the streets go like this.
Oh yeah.
So it's like if you got a clutch and you're on that hill, you burn out your clutches faster in the city because you're trying to keep it even so you don't roll back and you can get forward when you're ready to go. We used to try and jump from street top to street top. We used to try that. We had a road called Roller Coaster Road that we used to go jump. I mean, literally race the 4x on.
Oh my.
Down at the back of Pillar Point Harbor, what we call Lower Point, or some of the kids call Turkey Overflow.
Mm-hmm.
We used to go rushing those just the little tiny hills. But we would go, if you pull up the back picture of Mavericks,
Mm-hmm.
where the spectators can watch from the top of the cliff. My brother and I used to come up the side of that cliff on the trucks.
Oh, you know what I really want to do, Diana, is dirt bike riding. That's what I want to
Oh,
do.
it's so much fun.
Yeah.
It is.
I'm scared, but I'm scared with motorbikes, but
Just get your little
I
70.
can get over it. Yeah.
You can just get your little 70,
Yeah.
little Yamaha 70,
Mm-hmm.
and boom. I mean, my dad started us off on a Honda 50 when I was, still in grade school.
Hi, Bettina. Bettina just joined us.
Hi, Bettina.
Thank you so much for the dress. Please follow B Bettina at Facebook and on our website. It's socialmediashows.com/B Bettina.
Yeah, we need to get in some plus sizes on that girl.
Oh yes, and by the way, Bettina, she was actually mentioning earlier about our plus sizes clothing.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're gonna do that. But anyways, you were in our show, Musician Loves Honey.
Yes, I know. I loved it. I had so much fun with you and Kavan.
Thank you. So what do you think about the show and everything?
I love it. It's so cute. It's so much fun. I mean, we had a blast.
Mm-hmm.
But it's fun when you can be yourself.
Yeah, you were telling me earlier about Kevon. You can say it.
What, you and him should date?
No.
You're so
not-
cute
not-
together. Seriously.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, somebody's posted something.
That one you said you said something else too because he doesn't want to admit that. No, I'm
That's
just
what he has
kidding,
a crush
Kevon. I don't want to blast you up on my show.
Oh,
But
is he there?
anyway.
Hi, Kavan.
No.
Is
I think he's
that- oh.
performing probably. But
Oh,
anyway,
yeah, I gotta go see him play. I mean, he's got a great voice.
yes,
Just those little shots
he
you
is
can hear.
someplace. He is playing someplace tonight. I forgot. Yeah, I don't track him, so
We'll have to go look on his Facebook.
yeah.
We'll stalk him on his Facebook.
Okay, yeah, I know, right? That's the only that's the only people I stalk on Facebook. My people of social media shows, because I have to support them. You know what I mean? That's the only reason why I stalk them.
Well, we gotta support each other.
Yeah, exactly. But anyways, so you are in a radio station called Caffeine Radio,
Mhm.
and your shows is what's
On
your schedule?
Tuesdays and Thursdays from noon until 2,
Mm-hmm.
and that's Pacific Standard Time. And I just pretty much do a mixture of, classic rock and throw some blues in there. I threw a couple of smooth jazz in the other day. People seem to like it. But I'll play stuff from the 1950s up to the 1990s.
Oh,
And more up to the 80s.
who is your favorite singer?
Jerry Lee Lewis.
Who is that?
You never heard Great Balls of Fire?
No.
Okay, Dean Martin's another one.
I think I heard the mic.
Dean Martin, part of the Rat Pack, the Old Crooners. I actually have a picture of Dean that sits on my nightstand, and that's in storage. We are going to storage tomorrow. Start going through things and moving things to
Yay.
another storage, and eventually by the beginning of the summer, I should be moving into the house with the kids and his mother. So that'll be the mother-in-law. So it'll be a lot better. I'll just be a little bit further from everything that I like over here.
Where are you guys moving to?
It's gonna be like right off the 95 in Tenaya.
So by the way, where do you do your radio station? Is it in your house or?
Yeah, I do it in my bedroom. Everybody's in bed with me.
Oh,
twice a week.
nice, beautiful. That's the power of internet, ladies
Yeah.
and gentlemen.
I mean, and you can't see me in bed, but you can just picture me in my grandmother's antique bedroom set.
Mhm.
So you just picture me and my schnauzer, my little princess. We're sitting there on the bed with the laptop on there, and we're just going away, plugging away, doing the radio show. And I'm in my pajamas and my fuzzy slippers.
We should actually live stream you while you're doing your radio station. You're doing your radio, and then I live stream you right there.
Oh, we could do that.
That would be great. Well,
Yeah, we
what's
can
that
even do it
coming
from
up
here.
soon, right?
Yeah, we can. Well, we can probably do it from here because.
Oh,
it's in
yeah.
my house. Yeah, I can bring my laptop. And
What
we can
time?
do it
What time every Tuesday do you live stream?
At noon.
Noon. Oh, perfect, because I don't have shows for that time. Well, wait for that to happen in the future.
Yeah, once the first of the year hits and everything calms down from the holidays and
Oh my God.
everybody's done with that the New Year's Day sales and
Mhm.
all that other good stuff, and everything calms down
I
and we
don't
get back
shop.
on even keel. Oh, I do.
I don't
I'm the
know.
queen of shopping. $6, baby. $6 for this really beautiful
No,
sweater.
that is 120.
No, $6 at Dee Dee's discount.
Anyways, yeah. So she's my sister now.
Yep.
And we were collaborating on a lot of things, and we're probably gonna have a show for her in the future with social media shows.
Yeah, I'm hoping we can do maybe like bring the music back.
Ooh, that
get
would
the-
be great.
Showcase local artists with their videos and let them come in and be part of the
That's
show.
what we do at Musician Lab Sunny. But you
And-
can do that too, you know what I mean?
Actually, we'll play their videos though.
Oh, okay.
We'll actually play like the old MTV was back in the '80s when the M meant music, not a bunch of moron
We had
reality shows.
actually a future plan, but we're not gonna say it online. Remember that?
Yep.
Yeah. So we have a really good future for 2019.
Yeah, of course. So within one of my first shows, I do have a very special guest that I know will back me up. So I'm gonna blast it out now, Jesse Camp.
JC Camp.
You will be getting a phone call from your Danica Patrick of Vegas, baby.
Yes, Danica Patrick, and we want him on
She
this
doesn't know
show.
who Danica Patrick is. Do you?
I don't know.
She's a race car driver.
Oh.
Well, in August, we had an Alice Cooper pre-party.
Uh-huh.
Alice Cooper, of course, being one of the biggest rock musicians in history.
Uh-huh.
Definitely well known not only for his music, but for his theatrical performances on stage.
Theatrical.
Yeah, he makes a full production.
Is
out
that
of
how you
shows.
pronounce it, right? No,
Theatrical.
theatrical.
Yeah, okay, so I messed up for the first time.
No, I'm not. I'm
And-
practicing. That's what I did. Because-
and I had met Jesse last year
Uh-huh.
at the one we had at the SLS where
Mhm.
the old Sahara used to be. And this year, we kind of had a little bit of a time problem.
Uh-huh.
And my friend, Valerie, she called me and said, they need you to pick Jesse Camp up from the airport. Now, anybody who doesn't really realize who Jesse Camp is, we're going to go back to 1990 MTV when they had Who Wants to Be a VJ contest, and Jesse won that contest.
Oh.
So he was a VJ on MTV from 1990 until I think 98 or 99. And he's just a doll. He's so cute and so sweet, and he's just so much fun.
Oh.
Well, first off, he disappeared. He pulled a disappearing act. His sister had put a missing persons report out on it.
Mm-hmm.
And when we finally got in touch with them, they finally found him. It was like a week prior to the Alice Cooper pre-party at the Count's Vamps.
Mm-hmm.
And I get the phone call from Val the day of the event, the day we're having this pre-party. Valerie calls me. She said, "I need you to go to the airport and get Jesse." I said, "Okay."
Wow.
So she told me the flight was coming in at like 9 o'clock. So here I am at so I'm just picking him up.
Mm-hmm.
So here I am at 8:20. I'm going to get gas. She goes, "Oh, his flight lands at 8:30." I went, "Oh shit." So here I am. I'm getting gas and I'm rushing to the airport. I'm heading down the 15 I get the 2:15 cutoff, and she texts me. She goes, "Oh, his flight's not coming in until 9:20." I'm like,
so
I get there.
Yeah,
His flight kept getting delayed and delayed and delayed. So he lands about 5 minutes to 10.
Mm-hmm.
Now he's got to be on stage at 10:30.
Mm-hmm.
From McCarran Airport to Sahara and Rainbow
Mm-hmm.
is not an easy 20-minute drive at all. It's like more like a half hour plus.
So when was this?
This was back in August.
In August last year?
This last summer. Yeah.
Oh, this yeah.
This last
Oh,
summer.
wow.
And so he finally comes off the escalators. I'm looking for him. He's looking for me. We finally, boom. I'm like, "You're leaving your luggage here. They'll hold it. We got to go. You got to be on stage in like 30 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
So, of course, you got to we're running through the airport. We look kind of like that second scene, the Home Alone where they almost missing their flight. The two of us were running through the airport. Then we got to wait because the taxi cabs are coming through and they got the crosswalk shut. So we're sitting here like, we got to go, we got to go, we got to go. Now it's like,
so did you guys get into the on time?
Yeah. I did a buck. I had the speedometer on my old truck. He had to change in my truck to go on stage for the event. We made it within 3 minutes of him having to go on stage. He almost got canceled.
Oh my God.
But we made it within 3 minutes.
That's amazing.
Valerie's blowing up my phone. Well, that's why he calls me the Danica Patrick.
So yeah, can I? Who is the other person? Danica? No.
Danica Patrick. She's a race car driver. He was comparing me to her.
Oh, I see. Got
Because
you.
it's like, we got there and then we did a Facebook Live
Mm-hmm.
with Eric Stacy at Jet Boys.
What is the performer name that you pick up in the airport?
Jesse Camp.
Jesse Camp. There you go.
Jesse Camp from MTV.
Yeah.
It was a blast, but we became really good friends over that little stint, and
so that's it.
He was so funny.
So you're gonna introduce me to him over the social media?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna drag Jesse in somewhere along the line. He's my buddy. I got him on Instagram. I got him on Instagram about a month ago. It's like, hey, when the fires were hitting California, it's like, are you okay? Are you safe? And he writes back on his Instagram. He goes, "God, I miss and love you, Val and Chris." I'm like, yeah, well, we all love and miss you too. Get back to Vegas, baby.
Yes. So is he coming back?
I don't think he'll come back to live, but
No, to perform, because I want to have him on this chair.
Oh yeah, I'll get him here one way or another. I will bug him. Jesse, we are picking you up from the airport.
Yeah, we're picking you up, Jesse Camp. We'll pick you up in the airport and sit here, and then you can go wherever you want to do it.
And it is very special, because Val included me on this. She trusted me enough to get that done, and she.
Valerie, that's the other person that I'm trying to remember.
You won't get her on here. I can tell.
Why?
I wouldn't even be able to get her on here.
Why?
She just doesn't do those.
Hi,
things.
Valerie.
She doesn't do those things. And she got embarrassed when Jesse was in Washington. He was in the Seattle area, and he had a radio station call her.
John is an employee at one of the most famous.
No,
she's,
I'm really good at moderating.
She's an awesome
Valerie.
girl.
I'm very good in moderating. You're gonna actually.
She's an awesome girl. She's had an awesome life. I mean, she was friends with.
John is an employee at one of the most famous firms in the city of New York. So his job is very hectic, and he realized that it is necessary for him to go and finally take a vacation. But he went on a vacation without planning out the details, and wasn't able to truly enjoy where he went because he had to think about so many things that he didn't plan for. Instead of enjoying his time away from work, he came back with more stress that he was not able to take full advantage of his vacation. But this year, a coworker suggested him to try World Ventures this time to make his vacationing more enjoyable and less stressful. They do not require you to plan anything outside of your transportation, which is also available at discounted rates. Your stay, your transport, and many meals are planned by the club. John liked the idea very much. He tries World Ventures, and his experience with the club was amazing, as he made many friends there with whom he had a great time. John recommends that everyone should try this club, as they are the best in business. See how the VIP-vacation
Action!
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Tony Andre Johns, and I want to invite you guys to watch Maria at 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. on Thursday at Let's Talk World. Let me repeat that. Let's Talk World. Watching Maria at 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. on Thursdays. Folks, it's a great program and I invite you to come over and watch it. Thank you very much.
Hi, welcome back to Let's Talk Word with Maria, and I need to check the microphone if it's working all right. There you go. Yes, it does. So anyways, welcome to Let's Talk Word with Maria Part 2. Actually, earlier I had Miss Diana Hamilton of Caffeine Radio, and she's so great earlier. But you know what? I think I have the greatest here, Mr. Robert Chandler the fourth.
Yes,
I said second earlier. I apologize. He's the fourth.
the fourth.
Yeah, I thought he is the original. But
Yeah.
anyways, welcome to my show.
Thank
you
you.
so much for gracing my show.
Thank you for having me.
It's a pleasure, sir.
Yeah.
Pleasure is with social media shows.
Well, we're gonna find out. We're gonna give them a whole lot, right?
Yes, of course.
Okay.
Well, you know what? Let's go ahead and introduce yourself to our viewers and tell us what you do. Where are you from?
Well,
How old are you? Do you
of
have
course.
kids? Single? No, just kidding.
Well, I'm originally from Chicago,
Uh-huh.
and I moved out here about 10 years ago. Single father raising two boys. My ex-wife is out here as well, and we are co-parenting together to
That's
raise our boys.
amazing. That's amazing. You
Yeah.
don't see that much anymore these days.
No, you don't see that too much at all. And so we have found a way to make it work, and it's great. It's great for she and I. It's great for us as individuals, and it's great for our boys.
That's amazing. Yeah, we need a lot of father and or parents
Hmm.
that raise their kids together. Either they're not living together or they do. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Yeah.
Yeah, you can still be a family and
Yeah.
not legally or technically still be married. So
Exactly. That's a
yeah, it's
good.
still possible.
It is very possible.
Yeah.
It's just come with your initiative and willingness. To be there.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, for me, it's really about values,
Mm-hmm.
and when you have values, that creates the foundation
Mhm.
for you as an individual and your family.
That's true. That's true. Well, I met this guy on social media.
Yeah.
Yes, we had a lot of conversation that's going on social media, and he just literally went into my head, and I'm like, hey, I can see behind your brain.
Uh-huh.
I can read behind your brain, and I'm like, I just like what I told you earlier. I just couldn't express the way other people who were raised here in the U.S. How we express it ourselves. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's why I'm like, oh my god. But anyways, so what do you do currently?
I do whatever makes me feel good, so that can be anywhere from personal training to group fitness training to teaching spin classes to whatever. I'm all about discovering and exploring business coaching, personal coaching, whatever coaching. Everyone's using the word coaching, so let's just say I'm a coach on the bike.
I said you're jack of all trades.
Well, I wouldn't say I'm a jack of all trades. I would just say that I know what my gift is, and when you know what your gift is or your superpower is, it can be used in any areas of life, in any job. So you don't have to be exactly a jack of all trades. You just need to know what your superpower is, and it can be used in any field.
That's true. Well, you know what? I love what you said earlier that you shouldn't be titled.
Labels, no labels.
Labels, yeah,
Mhm.
labels. You shouldn't be labeled because by labeling yourself, you're limiting yourself to other things that you can do in
Yeah.
life.
It's like you set limitations for yourself. You know, I grew up in a time where you were known by the title of your job, but then that also limited you to what you could do. Or if you said, "Hey, I do this or I do that. Well, that's all you do. And so now for me, it's not about having any labels or any titles. It's just about I do whatever I do that makes me feel good. And if it doesn't make me feel good, then I won't do it.
That's true. That's true. Well, you know what? You said you moved here how many years ago?
About 9 years
9 years.
ago.
9 years
Yeah.
ago. So you moved from Illinois to here.
From
What do you?
Chicago to Vegas.
Yeah. What do you think about the weather?
I
Well,
love the weather. That's one of the
Yeah.
reasons why I moved from Chicago.
I know,
It's the
right?
weather.
Oh, I
Yeah,
thought.
no more snow.
Do you sing too, or
Do I what?
do you sing?
Sing? No, I don't sing.
Because I see a lot. Well,
Nah.
I just met this guy, Timothy
Okay.
Dark. He is a rapper in New York.
Okay.
So he moved here because he wanna pursue his dreams.
Okay.
He already has some songs on, Spotify. I think that's what
Yeah.
they call it. Yeah, but he still wanna, because he knows that this is the entertainment center of the entertainment.
Okay.
That's why he came here. And hope good luck to you, Mr. Dark. I hope you pursue your dreams and find a way to succeed here in Vegas. That's why I ask you, do you sing?
Oh no. I mean,
Do you dance?
I can just dance just because I'm black, but I can dance now.
Is that how it is? So I am not black, so I cannot dance.
Hey, I
Now-
don't know.
now
Well,
my-
it could be. I mean, you got a lot of black people out there who may not know how to dance. You got a lot of any other colored people who
You
know
know,
how to
my-
dance or not dance.
My co-host, I don't know if you watch Musician Love Sunny. I don't know if you click on that. He is African American too, right?
Okay.
And we had a contest on our second episode.
Okay.
We had a contest, dancing contest.
Who won?
I won, but I cannot. And he's like, you cannot even dance. You don't have a rhythm at all, which is true.
So then, how did you win?
Oh, it's by votes.
Oh,
I
okay.
bribe everybody.
I got you. Okay. Power of influence. Okay.
Yes, of course. I like that power of
Okay.
influence. Well, you know what? I remember the reason why I invited you here
Okay.
is because of our post. Remember?
There's been a lot of posts.
Yeah. Well, remember the one I post? I believe what I said in there is shucks. Trying to remember that post. Remember that post? It's the love that you give.
About loving someone more.
Yes, and then
If you love someone more than they deserve, then
you will get hurt
You will get hurt.
more than you deserve.
And more than you deserve.
Yes.
And so my comment to your page is, how do you love someone more?
More.
How do you put a value on love?
And you make sense on that. I kind of analyze it after I read that that comment from you. I'm
Mhm.
like, okay, hold on. Yeah, that's right. There's no value in it,
Right.
except all the things that comes with it actually, which is the trust. What else did I say? Trust, caring, feelings.
Right.
Yeah, those are the things that comes with it, which is why you told me why you didn't.
Yeah, well, I didn't, because I'm just as guilty of doing this before too, is that we hear so many different sayings and so many different quotes, and all we do is just regurgitate it right back out. But have you ever taken a chance to really just reread that statement and ask yourself, does it really make sense? And you'll start seeing that a lot of quotes and sayings don't really make sense. And when I say it doesn't make sense, it's because so many people have their own perception of what it means to them.
Mm-hmm.
So when you say this, you leave so much open for interpretation and perception.
Mm-hmm.
And then the next thing you know, you're having a conversation where I'm proving my point that I'm right and you're wrong, and you're going to attempt to prove that you're right and I'm wrong. And next thing you know, you have people out here who rather prove that they're right than feel good.
Mm-hmm.
And for me, it's like, okay, well, if you want to just throw some things out there, well, just let's talk about it, because help me understand what you mean, because that's the only way I can connect to you. And if I don't understand what your point is,
Mm-hmm. then
we'll never connect.
exactly. I like that idea because I always love to ask a question, what do you mean? Because what you mean and how I understand what you're saying is totally different.
Right.
And a lot of people I see these days is they don't, they don't wanna, they don't want you to, they don't wanna actually relay to you what they really mean. They just want to prove themselves that they're right. Make sense to you? Yeah. What I'm trying to say is, well, I have really good discussion with someone on Facebook. He's close to me.
Okay.
And I am the kind of person that if I am interested in a subject on Facebook, I will put my 2 cents opinion on that subject matter. It's not necessarily about me or about you. It's just in general.
But why would you do that? Like, if you were to comment, wouldn't you want to comment based off of
experience,
just sharing your perspective from what you feel, or are you not sharing your perspective or what you feel, or you just throwing out a generalization type of comment? How does that?
Well, it's actually generalization according to probably part of my experience, part of what I see from others, and anything that brought me to be the person who I am now. See what I'm saying? It's not necessarily I'm the comment that I put in there is not necessarily me.
Why? But that's the question. If you're making a comment, that comment shall only truly reflect your perspective. Anything else is your assumption of what you may think someone else is thinking about the comment. We always use that word society or whatever, but it doesn't really matter. Like, if I want to make a comment on your page, then this is me. This is my perception. This is my perspective. These are my feelings. And so that's because that's the only person I can speak for. I would never be able to see your life experiences through your eyes. So what would give me,
I think I know what you mean by that, and you use the word assumption. Yeah. Okay. So I am the kind of person that, based on my experience, I'm old already. I'm not young. This is a conversation that I never actually bring it out on the internet, and somebody is trying to get this out from me, but now you just sit down in here and you got it. But anyways, it's I am more of like what I told you. I read the based on how you act and how you speak and what you speak.
Okay.
That's how I told you that earlier, right?
Right.
And I believe when you use that word assumption, I think I'm being assumptive.
Okay.
Yeah, I think you're right on that. I'm being trying to prejudge. That's a word on that.
Yeah, or I mean, it's almost like, I guess, if you're saying, if I'm understanding you correctly, that when someone makes a post, then you'll come in and give a comment based off of your perspective and maybe what you've heard someone else say about it, to give it more context about what it could mean. And that's fair too. But that's the great thing about social media, that everyone has an opportunity to share their perspectives. The key for me is that, can we share our perspectives without taking anything personally?
Yeah.
And that's what usually happens on social media.
That's
someone
true.
Takes it personal.
Exactly. And sometimes too is when I make a comment, it's also goes with what I already seen happen to this person. That's actually coming to conclusion what I am saying out there. But nevertheless, I am not trying to offend anybody. For me, it's just to
let's make sure we understand this. Technically, you can never offend anybody.
No,
a person can take offense, but you can never offend anybody. If you're sharing from your heart,
Mhm.
how can you offend anyone? If you're speaking the truth, how can you offend anyone?
Well, that's not up to me. It's up to the other person.
Right. So you're not offending anyone.
Exactly.
Okay.
Well, yeah. Well, yeah. Yeah, in fairness to the other person. But anyways, let me continue about
Okay.
about my the post
Okay.
about post commenting on posts. So I every time I put a comment in there that not really close to me, I try to be very careful of what I say. But it's a second language. Sometimes it's a little bit harsh, but I
Okay.
didn't mean to be harsh. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to actually as lenient as I could when I'm commenting on somebody else's post that's not close to me. But when it's close to me, I am very sarcastic and trying to be funny.
Okay.
Yeah, and one of my friend actually take it offensively, where he started, what do you mean, it seems like you're attacking me. I said, no, I'm not. So I called that person. I said, hey, you already know me. When I do comments on Facebook and your posts, it's nothing against you at all. This is what I mean. So he started telling me, hey, you know, this is what I think, what you said. I said, I'm really sorry if that's way, but that's not what I really meant.
So let me ask you a question. That same person, meaning the person that's close to you,
Yeah.
that kind of took offense,
Uh-huh.
is that person? Can he also see when you make a comment on someone else,
No,
someone
of
else's
course not.
post? And the only reason why I asked, because one of the things you said was, if the person is not close to you,
Mm-hmm.
then you're more careful with the words you choose to use
Mm-hmm.
in your comments compared to someone else
That
who's
close.
close to you. Why do you change? Why do you do one? Why aren't you consistent? Like what you do for one person, why wouldn't you do for another person, stranger or close or not? Why wouldn't you just be you?
No, well, honestly, Robert, I don't go on social media
Okay.
much. I only go on social media because of social media shows.
Okay.
I don't. Since I'm. It seems that my words are offensive. I stay out on that home button. I stay out on that home button. It doesn't how many notifications is coming out on my page. I'm not clicking that.
Okay.
I just want to go straight to my page and do my thing.
Right.
It's because I'm trying to be funny. I'm their friends. I'm their close friend. Blah blah blah.
Right.
And don't go back on social media, and if you are offended of what I said, don't go back in social media and blast out on me in there.
Okay.
Call me, text me. We have other sources of communication.
Right.
Yeah, because it can be really really bad. But I don't really go in there and start blasting people in a manner that, I know you're laughing at that because of a few weeks ago, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, but I didn't.
Because I'm gonna call you out if you post anything or say anything. Yeah, you're right. If you had the courage to say whatever you said on Facebook or whatever, then have the courage to be able to respond to it. Let's keep it right here. If not, then you can always do this from the sidelines, as you said before.
No, well,
Right?
you know what, Robert, is like what I said when I post with close friends in there, when I comment on their post.
Right.
I did it like many times. It's not
Right.
only the first time, and I think it's the last time now. But they always laugh at me, and they always like, here you go, the bitch is like they put it under my comment. The bitch is on again, and we all laugh. See what I'm saying?
Right.
That's fine, but for this last one, that person start getting upset with me for, I mean, doing the same thing as I did on his other posts.
It
But
sounds like he got triggered. He definitely got triggered to something that was inside him that wasn't healed, and whatever you said triggered that old emotion up.
Yes, I totally agree with that. I think there is behind the scene that happened.
Right.
And yeah, we are, we are good friends, so it's not really really that bad. Like we're gonna start bitching on social media.
Right.
Yeah, it's not, but yeah.
But to just kind of like bring that post back around full circle, and that's how we got connected was through that post.
Yes.
You know.
What is your take on that post?
I
Am
don't
I
think,
wrong?
I don't think the post made any sense at all. So
No, yes.
it was just too many different things that it just doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make sense to me.
And it's, I mean, the world doesn't make sense, but
Mm-hmm.
you know, sometimes we use words to communicate, and if we can't formulate our words in a way that a 7-year-old can understand it, then all we're doing is creating more confusion. And that's just my perspective. And so when you say, what's my opinion about that post, the post didn't make sense. So it's kind of hard to give a comment about something when someone says, if you love someone more, now, how do you love someone more? Like, what's the value of love?
And more, you know,
right.
I think what it meant was more is like putting your more time to that person, or giving more attention to that. I think that's what a lot of us meant by that more.
So instead of saying love someone more, couldn't it be said that if you give someone too much of your time, or if you invest too much? Because see, the word love has been used, for me, has, you know, this my experience, has been used so much that it's almost diluted. Like, people throw the word love out there like it's, man, just anything. But at the same time too, it's the biggest word in the English language that is just so powerful, and yet we throw it around as if it has no be. Right. And so
be thrown around, yeah. Right.
But
there's
yet it's
no
done.
Such thing.
Yeah. So that's, for me, that's what I say when you say love someone more. For me, I can't comprehend that. It's like if you were to tell me I love you, and I say I love you more, no matter what you do, I can't love you more and I can't love you less. I either love you or
not at all.
Not at all, I guess.
Nothing in between.
Right.
Nothing in between. Well, like what I said, I think it's more of the attention that they give to the other person. I don't know, because I forgot about love already. So
well, and that's my whole point. Then I say to people, if you say what you mean, you'll never have to explain what you meant.
I agree with you on that.
Right.
Yeah, I agree with you.
And that's that's my perspective when it comes to these different posts. It can mean this, it can mean that. Well, then say what you meant. You know, say what you mean.
Yeah.
Then you'll never have to explain what you meant.
I got that. Okay. I think that makes a lot of sense. That's why what my piece of advice should be, before you posting something, double check what you're posting.
Yeah.
Because analyze it first, the way, like what he said, you don't have to explain yourself.
Yeah. Or like you said, or take a quote or a meme that you saw that, got your attention, and break it down to what it means to you, and then make a post about, something that it means to you.
Yeah.
Like, none of these words, no one owns any words, and it doesn't matter who made the quote, and all this give credit to whoever. We all use the same words. No one owns anything. Take the words, break it down to what it means to you, and if you want to create a conversation, throw it out there.
Yeah, that's why you were here. You are here because this guy is just challenged my brain when he asked me what that more, right, love more and thing, and I'm like, that makes sense. That's why I told him, I want you in my show. You are very talented.
Well, thank you for having me again on the show.
Well, we're gonna go on break really quick. Hear our Christmas message, because Christmas is 3 days away, right? 3 days away.
Is it?
Yeah.
You sure?
22nd today.
What's today? Today 22nd?
Yes.
Wow.
Is it 22nd?
Is it? I don't know.
But anyways, I believe it's 22nd. 20. Oh gosh, I think I got that mistakenly.
It's today's the 19th. Today's the 19th. No. So you got like 6 days.
Yes, it's the 19th. Oh my God, why am I?
Don't worry, time doesn't exist anyway. So.
Oh, see, his mentality is just amazing. I call it very intellectuality. Intellectual, is that correct? That grammar is correct. But anyways, yeah, we're gonna come back on the next segment, and we're gonna be talking about a lot of things that you do and passionate about.
Ah, okay. I
Yay!
can't wait for that one.
Yeah, we're gonna learn more about Mr. Robert Chandler the Fourth. Robert Chandler. Am I pronouncing it correctly?
Yeah, it's okay.
Chandler the Fourth.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Sounds good to me.
Yes. So we're gonna come back, and I'll see you guys in a bit. Stay tuned.
Hey, what's up, everyone? It's Jeff Fisher here. Just want to say hello and thanks for tuning in. Just want to make this really quick. Hey, I'm the marketing personnel for social media shows, and I have a marketing background, and I've been doing it for a couple years now. And I just want to say that we're going to be providing some amazing solutions for all your digital marketing needs. And so feel free to reach out to us if you have any questions. Maybe you're a new business owner, or maybe you've been in business for a while and you have a problem getting leads and customers in your door. We now have some solutions that will help get you more clients consistently. We do Facebook advertising, websites. I mean, there's so much stuff that we do, but just reach out to us because everybody has a unique situation. And so by us actually chatting with you and getting to understand your business, we can then position the right solution to help take your business to the next level. So thanks again for tuning in, and continue to support social media shows, like our stuff, be able to share it with the community, and just never hesitate to feel free to reach out and ask questions, see how we can help, again, take your business to the next level. Thanks again for tuning in. I'm Jed Fisher, and thanks again for tuning in to social media shows.
Bettina page and order for these clothing. It goes small, medium, and large, or whatever size you do. She's a seamstress. She can actually sew it for you guys. And thank you for all the accessories. It's beautiful. And let me just show my bag, since I cannot pull out the picture in right now. There you go. It's actually, I love the backless right there. And she can also modify everything if however you want it. It's at B Bettina. And also shout out to all our hosts and hostesses of social media shows. Next week, we're not gonna be airing next week because we are on vacation. It's the holiday, people. So we're gonna be coming back on the 31st of this month, December 31st, which starts with the Flame of Las Vegas, Fab Life, Bibetina, and your favorite Gizzy and Frenemies. And also the next day, the James Swanson Show. And don't forget, the Musician Loves Honey. We're not having any topic for the 1st of January because we're gonna be showing you guys all the people that been part of our show. And Maria and Joe Live TV will be coming back weekly, and we just figure out how to do this live broadcasting away from each other. And also on Wednesdays, which is Saved by Grace, if you guys have any testimony, is that correct? Testimony, how God saved your life, please join us, give us your testimony on the show. And also, Let's Talk World will be coming back on the 2nd, and we're gonna be live streaming the veterans event in Santa Maria, California. Shout out to Philip and to Miss Blair. It's gonna be next week on the 2nd. And if I miss anything else, and by the way, guys, we have so much going on in 2019. We have different products and services that we just actually came up with, and also different shows are coming up in 2019. Thank you so much for all the viewers. Yesterday's shows, we just reached over 5,700 viewers as of earlier. I never look at it yet. And also for the Nala of Nala Nation too is coming up starting January. If you love cats, with lovely Nala. You will see all the clips that we actually took from her when she is in our shows. She's all over our shows. It's a cat.
The cat?
Yeah, Nala of Nala Nation is a cat.
It's a cat, huh?
Yeah.
There's a cat around here right now?
Yes, that's
Okay.
our mascot of social media. She loves to come and sit down in our shows.
Really?
Yeah, she
Okay.
loves to come and be on TV, and she's looking at the at the camera too.
Okay.
Yeah, so we're gonna be live streaming that. Those people who love cats, it's gonna be coming up Nala of Nala Nation starting 2019. And by the way, before I forgot, I would like to shout out to my friend Mimi, and she's gonna be live streaming all her games as well in 2019. That's what I forgot to tell you about earlier. Yes, so we have a lot of going on in 2019. Please stay tuned, watch us every week, and support our shows. Well, before these shows end, I would like to go back to our fabulous guest, Mr. Robert Chandler the Fourth.
The fourth, yes.
The Fourth, and he's from Illinois.
Chicago.
Chicago.
Yeah.
It's Illinois still.
It is in Illinois, but it's Chicago.
Chicago.
There's a lot of cities in Illinois.
Chicago.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. We are actually the neighborhood to Minnesota.
Yeah, you're around there somewhere.
Yeah, no, we used to drive out there, so.
Really?
Not in Chicago, but in the part.
Part of Illinois.
Yes.
Gotcha.
But anyways, well, this man is not just very intelligent man, but also he helped a lot of people with coaching, teaching, however you call it. He doesn't like to be titled because you know what, he doesn't want to limit his possibility of expanding his talent. Is that how you call
that's
it?
about right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just like living. It's a passion for life.
That's true. You know what? We have to actually celebrate life every day.
We have to. We should. I mean, celebrating life every day sounds great, but the question is, does everyone celebrate life every day?
Of course not. I don't.
You don't?
Well, I have this facility right here.
Right.
But, well, that is actually, for me, that is celebration because I am following my passion.
Right.
And my design.
Okay.
So I believe that's life.
That's celebrating your life. Hey,
Yeah.
if you're following your passion and you're loving what you do, then you're celebrating life, which each day that you have.
I believe that's so.
Yeah.
Thank you, man.
Yeah.
Anyways, Mr. Chandler, so I know that you do. I see that video that you showed me. I
The
wish
spin class, spin studio.
Yeah. So
yeah.
Talk, let us know more about that.
I got into teaching a spin class, indoor cycling, about 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And what it did was it gave me a platform for me to be able to just release and to let go and to just really just be in the moment. And next thing you know, I found myself being able to speak words of life from that platform. About a year or so later, I had the opportunity to start my own studio called The Revolution. And The Revolution was created for a couple of reasons. I wanted to give people a safe space to come into where they could check out from the world for like 60 minutes and literally check into themselves, reconnect to themselves, quiet the mind.
It's kind of like a yoga thing.
No, we're on a bike.
Oh,
so
okay, that's right.
This is an indoor cycling. People say it's like going to church, yoga, and a party on a bike for 60 minutes because that's the journey that they will go on in that type of class. And so because of that, that's part of my passion is if I can have a chance to speak life to people, it doesn't matter if it's on a bike or face to face or public speaking or hanging out anywhere having fun. It's about speaking life. Every day we cross paths with people, every day. And we are all messengers to one another. Now, I've said this before, that we all have a message for one another. And you may not know what that message is until you intentionally connect with them. So for me, teaching spin is a way for me to connect with people, to be able to speak from my heart where they can basically reconnect to themselves. So that's just one of the things that I
You
love
got
to
me
do.
on that.
So, and I, my passion is Facebook, is being on social media, is helping different businesses out where uh, I can go into a business. With the last contract I had was to go into a business where they wanted to go from where they were to where to wherever they wanted to go next, and that was possibly having a second location. And so they wanted me to come in there and give them new eyes to be able to say, what would it take to bridge that gap from where they are to where they want to go? And I look at it like it's a vehicle. The vehicle that you're currently in right now, can it make it across to New York or to Chicago? And the first thing for me is to identify, is the vehicle capable in its current condition to make it there? And then identify the drivers. Uh, because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what the vehicle choice that you're working in or doing, it's all about people driving the vehicle.
I like that. I like that. I like the part where um, connecting to yourself, because before you can connect to anybody, you have to know yourself first.
Yeah, that's part of it, but I can also connect to who I am in my way of connecting to you. For me, we're all mirror reflections of one another.
Mm-hmm.
So as I'm seeking to understand who you are, it's also helping me to understand who I am.
I like that.
So
Never think of that before.
yeah. So you can't. I mean, I don't know how. You say you got to connect to yourself before you can connect to someone else. And the question is, there's different ways, but we're all in this world together.
Mm-hmm.
And with all the differences that we have, we're still one. So if I can talk to you and look at you and have a conversation, and I can be able to see me and you and vice versa, then we're connected.
Wow.
Right?
Yes, those are powerful words actually. That I think I need to come to your class.
Well, that's what we're working on right now. We're working on reopening a new studio, um, and so this one is going to be not a little bit. This one is going to be so much bigger and better than what the original studio was, and so I'm looking forward to 2019, and seeing what life has to offer.
Mm-hmm. So who are your target market on this coaching or class?
People,
Yes,
everybody,
everybody.
anybody who wants to um, become a better version of themselves.
I like that.
And for me, the studio or the teaching spin class, I would love for everyone to be empowered. I would love for the men to be empowered, women to be empowered, and when everyone knows their self-worth and their value, then we can all truly be able to say, hey, this is what I will accept, this is what I won't accept. And so for me, that's what it's about, just really about helping people know their own self-worth.
I think I need this man, Kevon Tyree. Because I know my self-worth, I know my confidence level, but I still believe, I know that I'm super powerful.
Mm-hmm. You are.
But at the same time, I talked to um, purpose and design sorry purpose and design specialist.
Okay.
So we sit down, we had one I just want to shout out to Maria. Thank you, Maria. Yes, darling, thank you. And I I had a one session with him. Shout out to Dogwood. Um, he is the coach mentor on that, and he showed me little steps, and I honestly wanted to go to a next session on that. But in your field, I love how you talk to people, because like what I said, you challenge me. You're like, hey Maria, I know you're powerful, I know you can do this, you can do that, I know you're high confidence, but why do you have that question back at me? And I'm
Right.
like, quit asking me question. I know. I'm
No,
like,
no,
yeah.
yeah.
I was like, come on, Robert, let's get this done in my show. And honestly, okay, we were talking about earlier about me commenting to social media, when the difference of me commenting to close people and not too close people is because to get them to hear it and see it. If I just go with what they want, then it's not gonna be
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Well, never go with someone else want. Go where you want to go, right?
Yeah, exactly, right.
Right.
Yeah. But anyways, yeah, that's a great one. How can they find you? Do you this is my other question. Do you accept new students right now? Or
But
you
right now, our Revolution Studio is closed. We shut the doors down because we were going through some changes, and so now we're working on. I'm working on reopening up a new studio in a new location in 2019. But if anyone wanted to follow me, you can just follow me on Facebook at Robert L. Chandler the
and
fourth.
yeah, he's my friend, so you can look it
Yeah,
up.
and they can look me up through there. But other than that, right now, my passion is just truly um, traveling and exploring and experiencing and discovering and learning and evolving and connecting.
You
And
know,
all
yeah,
those things.
we shouldn't stop actually learning. You know, we shouldn't stop learning. We should continue learning and evolving and everything.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
you must. I mean, if you're not growing, you're dying.
exactly right. You just rather
So
die.
so keep growing, right?
Exactly. Go keep growing.
Right. No, for real.
Yeah,
Like,
I know.
yeah,
I'm
I'm serious. Like,
serious.
if it's like you not watering the plant. If you don't keep watering that plant's gonna die. So same thing. If we're not seeking to become better, then we're literally dying.
It's just like giving up. You know what I mean? Yeah.
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 So for
That's
me,
true.
that's one of the reasons why you'll see me asking questions and challenging people is that I'm seeking to understand. I'm seeking to grow and to learn and to evolve. I mean, we're all here to experience life in for our own individual purpose, and we all have opportunity to learn. We've all made our share of mistakes, and now we can get to a point of where you can own it, take responsibility, learn from it, and become better.
I have a question for you. What is your opinion about like a person? This is somebody I know close to me. A person who's been through a lot. It's not because people actually being mean to that person, but that person is the one who's being mean to the other. To the other, she's mean to the world, all the people. She do wrong. She do a lot of wrong to those people, to other people, and now she is or he is very close. Wall is up and everything. He doesn't believe in love. He doesn't believe with anything than his passion. What is your what's your opinion to that person?
I heard this saying a couple of years ago, and which was kind of key to me opening up my mind. And the person said, "Hurt people hurt people." And when you've been hurt, then all you know is hurt. Then you'll turn around and hurt others. So, and I don't like to give people my opinion or my advice because my advice only works for me based off of my experiences in life, and it may not work for someone else. But the first thing that if a person, you know, had to do something, I guess they would have to discover what exactly is causing them so much pain and to be able to treat that pain, that wound. And that would be the first step.
That's a good therapy.
Yeah.
That's a good. Well, thank you so much for that. I think we have so much more to talk about behind camera because you are so great, Mr. Chandler. I love the conversation, and You can find him at Robert Chandler the Fourth on social media. Do you have any YouTube, Instagram, or anything?
Nope. I'm off the radar. I'm a
The
nobody.
He's off the radar.
Yeah, I'm a nobody.
But anyway, I have two more questions left.
Okay.
This is an easy question.
Okay.
Are you the owner of that studio?
Yes.
Okay, so he is the owner. That's what I was wondering.
Yeah.
And also, I wanted to know what is in that water.
This
Superman, look at
Superman
that.
cup.
That is really cute.
What's
You
in
know
the
my
water?
son?
You want to know what's in the water?
Yeah.
Love.
I don't have that.
We all have it.
Yeah, but I'm hiding it.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Anyways, thank you so much. Thank you. It's a
Thank
privilege.
you. I appreciate you. Thank you.
And to those viewers, let me just shout out to Maria Almanzar. Thank you so much, honey. Yes, that's how you connect with each other. And people you choose in your life are the reflections of you. Only part. We are connected through a universal thread. Through the thread is energy.
Yeah.
Yep.
We're all energy.
Yes. Well, thank you so much for tuning in with us tonight. Thank you, Maria Almanzar. I will call you in a bit, darling. And also to all the people out there who've been supporting.
Got happy socks on. Everything's about happiness. Happy socks.
Oh my God, this is a happy person. But anyways, yes. For those who keep on supporting us, shout out to revolutionradio2.com. Thank you so much for sharing our stuff and talking about us. We talk about you all the time also. And tomorrow, join Revolution Radio 2 at Manicash. I believe it's a bar. Never been there. I don't go bar. That's why I don't know. But anyways, yeah, go and support and go and see them at Manicash. I was gonna be there tomorrow. Unfortunately, I have to work, and my crew is actually sick, so we won't be able to, unless Kevon Tyree will actually help me out. But he has some gig, and yeah, I follow Kevon Tyree actually. On his gig, I believe on December 24th, he's gonna be in California. December 31st, he's gonna be at the Orleans. And go and download his song at kevontyree.com and watch Be Bettina next week. Thank you. Oh no, Be Bettina and December 31st. But next week, we have only one show that will be airing next week, which is The Flame of Las Vegas, our Greek show. Shout out to Kiki and Georgie. Thank you so much. You guys have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. I'll see you guys in 2019. Bye-bye now. Hello, everyone. Welcome to social media.